Hi everyone, you are welcome to Cardway Initiatives. My name is Emmanuel Break Sapon, and today I want us to discuss 5 key things you can do to ensure that you enjoy your university experience. When we move from second cycle SHS institutions to the university, we become happy and we want to engage in a lot of things that make us enjoy that freedom that we have gotten from going to prep and wearing a similar kind of outfit and making sure you observe lighthouse and all that. But when you get into the university, these are some of the things you can do to ensure that you enjoy the experience, and by the time you get to level 400 you wouldn't have a lot of regrets and some of the good things you could have done to help advance your career after the university. So the first thing we are going to look at is you have to ensure that you don't compromise the time that you allocate to your study time. When we all finish matriculation, after matriculation, we are all given 4.0. And whatever that you do, that is whatever ample time that you allocate to your study time, will determine whether you are going to maintain that 4.0 or is going to drop to 1.5. And if it's something that you will not be happy to show to your parents, to show to your friends, to show to loved ones, then you have to consciously allocate systematic time to how often you learn. And I would advise that you do about 2 to 3 hours every day reading something that you've been taught, reading something that is important to the course that you are reading, so that you sharpen and build on the knowledge as the day goes by, and you don't wait till a week to examination to 2 weeks to examination to cram down everything into your head and you end up forgetting. So this is one of the first things. You don't have to compromise on your study time. There's no activity that should go before your study time. You have to consciously allocate good quality time to learn so that you protect your GPA and you don't have a lot of regrets when you get to level 400. The second point I want us to also look at is you should always have an open mind to engage with your colleagues. You shouldn't associate yourself to those you think they are within some remit and you can align with them. So if you are someone that you're very good with your books, you align with only those who are good with their books. If you are someone that you love entertainment, you align with only those who are more prone to entertainment. You should have an open mind and have a wider range of engagement with all your colleagues. Of course, you don't allow negative influence to push you to certain limits that your principles doesn't allow you, or certain things that rules are not in favor of it. But you have to engage, you have to have a lot of contacts, and you have to introduce yourself when you meet people and all that. Building this in the level of the university life will help you build confidence and also to build good network, because they say your network is your net worth, and you are building it from this point. This is how it starts, and you have to consciously build that. So have an open mind, engage with everyone, try to learn from everyone, and try to mingle with everyone, because you never know how situations will turn out tomorrow. The next point I want us to look at is you have to consciously take leadership positions. You can volunteer in projects, you can take positions within your SRC, either as a committee member, either as an elected executive, whichever point that you can take a position to build your leadership skills. Consciously do that, because it's very important. You can also take positions at the church level associations, at the student associations, whether you're reading pharmacy, medicine, communication, business. Engage in these activities so that you build that leadership skills from the onset, so that you build that leadership abilities from the onset. You can also look at how you can volunteer for projects that can help transcend or can help you build skills in terms of leadership. The fourth point I want us to look at is you have to consciously read books that falls within the leadership range and also communication range. Communication and leadership is very important regardless of whatever course you are reading, because in now age you have to have a lot of qualities to be selected for certain roles, and leadership and communication is something that is paramount. Of course, as I mentioned earlier on, taking those positions within the student fraternity, within associations, will help you build your leadership skills. But there's a point where practicality and the knowledge that you've built come into play for you to be at the best pinnacle of your abilities. So you would have to consciously read books from Miles Monroe, read books in communication from Larry King, read books that will sharpen your communication and leadership skills, so that you can be the best version of yourself at any point in time. All right, and the last point I want to also touch is for you to ensure that you enjoy your university experience and for you to come out effectively. This is the third point I'm looking at. You have to ensure that you build social media presence, but you have to keep at the back of your mind that social media footprints or internet footprints are your testimonials, and you would have to be mindful of certain informations you put out there about yourself. You have to be mindful of certain things that you share about yourself and certain informations you put out. But as much as you are being mindful